Welcome to Parshas Matos-Masei. It should be a zchus from my family and all of Klal Yisrael. Rav Mordechai of Menaskiz, a holy tzaddik, longed for many days to acquire a Tallis katan from Eretz Yisrael. In his time, traveling to the Holy Land was rare and difficult, so he waited patiently for the opportunity. Eventually, one of his Hasidim journeyed to Eretz Yisrael and returned with a beautiful white wool garment, exactly as Rav Mordechai had hoped. With great excitement, Rav Mordechai entrusted the precious wool to one of his Talmidim, instructing him to sew it into a proper Tallis katan. But while cutting the hole for the head, the Talmid accidentally sliced the garment in half. Shaken and nervous, the Talmid approached the Rebbe with the ruined Tallis in hand. How would Rav Mordechai react? But Rav Mordechai, with a calm and worn-out voice, simply said, "Why are you so frightened? In truth, this Tallis katan required 2 neck openings, one to pass the head through and one to test whether Rav Mordechai gets angry." In Parshas Matos-Masei, the Torah tells us the exact date of Aharon HaKohen's passing. Vayal Aharon b'chodesh hachamishi be'echad hachodesh. This is unusual. The Torah by Moshe and Miriam didn't mention the month and day that they passed away. The Haamek Davar explains that this detail is significant. By telling us that Aharon died on Rosh Chodesh Av, the Torah is alluding to the future nature of this month. Since Aharon was the one who oversaw and carried out the Avodas HaMishkan, his death at the start of the 5th month signals that this month would be one in which the Satan would have power to undermine and ultimately destroy the very service that Aharon had built. In future generations, during the same month, the Beis HaMikdash, which continued the legacy of the Mishkan, would be destroyed. Thus, the Torah's mention of the date is not incidental. It hints to the deeper loss that began with Aharon's passing and would unfold through history. This week's Parsha, we learn the halachos of Hagalas Kelim. One practical question that comes up every year, Pesach time: what's the status of glassware? Can glass be kosher? Does it absorb? There are 3 opinions among the Rishonim. According to Tosfos and others, glass is entirely non-absorbent. Therefore, it doesn't require any hagala or koshering, just a thorough cleaning. The Or Zarua and others hold that glass does absorb taste just like metal, and thus it can be koshered through hagala. Rav Mordechai of Paris and others argue that since glass is made from sand, it's comparable to kli cheres, which absorbs taste and cannot be fully koshered. Therefore, hagala is ineffective for glass. Shulchan Aruch paskins like the lenient view. Glass is not bolea, it's not absorbent, and thus doesn't require any koshering. Just wash it out well, and you're good to go. However, the Ramah, due to the presence of stringent opinions, records that there developed a minhag Ashkenaz not to use glass on Pesach, even if it was only used for cold. The concern is that it may have been used with hot at some point and absorbed chametz, and since some Rishonim hold that glass cannot be koshered, we avoid using it altogether. Have a wonderful Shabbos.